Warning: Anthem number 9 contains lots of flashing lights. Those who are sensitive to flashing lights may want to watch this video with caution. Hi everyone, Eugene Sachs here with another review from GameCritics.com. I always seem to forget that Match 3 games exist. They're rarely ever in my normal rotation, but I always enjoy them every time I try a new one. Anthem number 9 caught my eye by pairing a Match 3 formula with a turn-based roguelike gameplay and incredible style. I'm a sucker for a great-looking trailer, so I was excited to dive in. And while it started incredibly strong, things went wrong pretty quickly. Anthem number 9 is a secret organization that deploys agents to protect the world from dangerous individuals with advanced technologies or extreme ideologies. These enemies are defeated by using colored gems to attack and blessing cards for boosts. Winning fights grants gold to use in shops for upgrades and additional bonuses. If you played a roguelike recently, this will all be pretty familiar. Each mission has a map that goes node to node, think Slay the Spire or any number of other roguelikes, and these nodes represent things like combat, shops, random events, and so on, and of course there's a boss encounter at the end of the map. Like the upgrades, everything here is fairly standard roguelike boilerplate until the combat itself. How does it work? Players have 2 decks of 3 cards each, and choose one to start with before each combat. They're also given a random selection of red, green, and blue gems to trigger their cards within a time limit. The strategy comes in combining attack patterns to create combo cascades that trigger more than one attack at a time. Players can string together as many attacks as they have gems before passing the turn to the enemy. After the enemy attacks, players switch to their second deck and get a fresh set of gems to continue the process. The small amount of attacks players can choose from and the time limit for gem setup keeps the action moving and the dopamine flowing. It's all very satisfying. However, this is merely the tip of the iceberg for how deep Anthem number 9 goes. Each of the 3 characters players can select has their own set of unique skills and abilities that interact with their attacks. Rubit is about poison damage and using resources to change gem colors. She can get exactly what she needs when she needs it, while Benny can use gems for temporary boosts like bonus damage or self-healing. Each one also has their own set of missions and bosses to face. Thankfully, the missions are set up to introduce each character's mechanics slowly, so players will have plenty of time to get used to each one. While this all sounds great so far, and it does seem great at first, I rolled through the first set of missions with a little problem, saw credits, and then was a bit confused. When I pulled up the character I just rolled credits with, I saw new extra missions unlock, and went to try those next, only to get wiped immediately due to some bad luck with gem luck, and a boss that felt like a perfect counter to my character's entire kit. I went back to the base missions and the in-game tutorial pages again, thinking I missed something. Then I realized, the first set of missions are standardized. If I play mission 1 with Rubit, it's the exact same set of enemies and events every time. This means the first missions are essentially a tutorial for the main game, where the developers then crank the difficulty up in a big way. This approach gave me a false sense of security before throwing me to the wolves. I'm sure these first missions are meant to give players the space to learn the mechanics in a somewhat safe way, but besides feeling like they were misleading about Anthem number 9's true difficulty, they're also not great at teaching the mechanics. For example, one character has an aim mechanic. The tutorial mission starts players off by saying that aim affects cards, but doesn't call out how to get aim or how it affects things. Also, there's so much emphasis on an unbalanced, flashy style that it ends up being a negative for me, even though it's an attractive aesthetic. Most of Anthem number 9 features big images of the enemy and the agent players, with both dominating the screen. On the other hand, the map showing what options lay ahead feels tiny, and it's tough to properly interpret at a glance. I also have to point out that Anthem number 9 loves white flashes. I don't have epilepsy, but I could feel myself getting nauseous thanks to the small white flashes that trigger with every single attack. In addition, when the player lands a killing blow or the final blow of a large combo, the screen completely flashes bright white. It's just too much. Anthem number 9 looks fantastic in trailers, and the gem matching mechanics are satisfying. Piecing together a giant combination of attacks feel great. On the other hand, the UI needs work, the difficulty spike going from the basic, aka tutorial, missions to the extra missions is supremely out of whack, and all the white flashes made me sick and will likely trigger seizures in photosensitive people. I want to like Anthem number 9 more than I do, but it really doesn't like me back. For me, Anthem number 9 gets 6.5 satisfying gem combinations out of 10. Like what you see? Check out more accessible interviews and reviews, as well as our favorite upcoming game trailers right here on GameCritics.com. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell to be notified as soon as we post something new.